Lately, Sigmas, ghouls and spiders have become very popular, with young people seeking out any cool characters to imitate. But why do they always choose such bad examples? All this time there has been a man right in front of them, whom every man on earth looks up to. A man you will never forget if you watch this anime even once. Great Teacher Onizuka, or GTO. Today we will tell you a story that will be interesting for those who haven't watched this anime, but also left a few aces up my sleeve for the fans. Today you will hear why this anime teaches you how to live, and why GTO has only gotten better over time. Get comfortable, start up your iron seats, this is Lamski on the mic, and we are starting. June 30, 1999, just a few months before the release of the first episode of One Piece, the first episode of an anime that will go on to influence entire generation airs. Japanese television decided to air it in the yearly evening and give it a 17 rating for its excessive openness and, well, outright trashiness. But what did they show us in this old anime that not only hasn't lost its relevance but has become even more modern? So, former gang member Onizuka Ikichi, a biker, says himself the goal to become the coolest school teacher in Japan. Why a teacher? Well, because schools are full of sexy high school girls. And not just high school girls, but as he spends more time in school, he gradually reveals another side of himself. He reveals his true reason for wanting to become a teacher. Since when he was a kid, he hated school. Teachers who thought they were smarter than everyone else, bullied students, and the sheer boredom of school life. He knew all about it from the start. Behind his Joker face, he actually wanted to break this vicious cycle. But how does our hero propose to solve these issues? He doesn't just want to be a teacher, he wants to be a true friend who helps his students and treats them as equals. Homeroom, let's play board games. Social studies, let me tell you some scary stories. Well, maybe not so scary. But in reality, things are a bit more complicated. Our hero isn't sent to just any ordinary class, but to the worst of the worst. Classes full of delinquents, troublemakers, and schemers. And what unites all these kids is one thing, a deep hatred for adults. Some were betrayed by teachers and no longer trust them. Others have problems with their parents and some are bullied by their classmates. And Onizuka is the one who wants to help each of these kids. Maybe not in the most conventional ways, but he genuinely helps people. That's why the anime is divided not into the usual episodes, but into lessons. And more importantly, the characters in this anime grow as the events unfold. This applies not only to the main character, but to all the supporting characters as well. It's like we are being shown a slice of real people's lives, who can become better or worse over time. Advanced Safe feels like flipping through an old photo album. Yes, there is a lot of naivety and simplicity, but on the other hand, the story simply tells about the problems with its characters and how they solve them, without pretentious complexity or arrogance. This anime shows things as they are. If Onizuka were to play a new modern anime about delinquents like Tokyo Revengers, he solved the problems in one episode. He'd ride on his motorcycle where the gang hid out and ride off home to enjoy his miso soup. I watched this anime a long time ago and rewatching the first episode of GTO after so many years I was honestly a bit shocked. As soon as you hit play, it's like you are transported right into the screen. The atmosphere of late 90s Japan, the charismatic characters, the intriguing plot, this anime pulls you in from the very first episode. Not many titles can do that. But it doesn't feel like the episode is so interesting that it flies by in a couple of minutes, and you immediately rush to start the next one. And there is a reason for that. The viewing leaves such a strong aftertaste that you sit there for a few minutes, staring at the mount. I'm not lying at all. Imagine your favorite anime starting with a feature-length film where all the boring parts are cut out, showing a small but complete story that evokes genuine emotions. They deliberately made the first episode 48 minutes long to hook you from the start. And damn, it works. Honestly, by the end of the episode, I was almost in tears, just to understand how awesome it was. In fact, GTO has only gotten better over time. The jokes have become funnier and the tragic stories have become even more tragic. How did that happen? It's simple. We are also tired of the talk Instagram reels that sometimes watching an old but sincere anime like this you genuinely love from the heart. The same goes for the drama. We live in such concrete jungles and spend so little time communicating. This anime raises surprisingly relevant questions. Why study so hard even when graduates from the best university can find jobs? Why work yourself to the point of near breakdown for a promotion when even being compensated can go bankrupt? Why not help kids find themselves instead? Help them discover what they want to do. Give them a chance to make friends. After all, this anime really teaches you how to live and to understand everything Onizuka wants to convey. You need to understand him a little. But is this title really that deep? How can an anime even influence your life? For that, let's go back to the beginning. Remember how I said that instead of the usual episodes there are lessons here? Well, that's not just for show. Each episode tries to teach you something. For example, there is an episode about a boy being bullied by his classmates. It's all clear, bullying is bad, you shouldn't do it. But to me, that's obvious. Take any other episode, and you will see pretty much the same thing. A schoolgirl has confidence issue and Onizuka helps her solve them. And you might ask, What can this teach me if it only discusses obvious things? What can teach you is the main character himself. No one will spoon feed you what he does and why, like his own self-help books. You watch this amazing man and pick up on things for yourself, and it doesn't matter what he's helping with. Onizuka is Onizuka. The main theme that runs through the entire anime, which the main character tries to convey, is sincerity. This was a problem for people in Tokyo 25 years ago, it's a problem for us now, even more so. People are afraid to show themselves, hiding behind masks of indifference. You'll notice that Sigmas and Ghouls are pretty much the same thing. Cool heroes who don't show emotions and think they're better than others. But the older you get, the less you can care about such things. It doesn't matter what you like. Some love anime, some love TV shows, some love playing the guitar, and some want to dress on in JoJo suites. To be happy, not like gods from Berserk, but truly happy, you need to be sincere with your friends, parents, and very alright job. That's what GTO taught me, and that's what sets it apart from the new titles. Yes, the creator polished the character design, improved the animation, perfect the comedy timing. But behind all that, there is often a lack of the simple, heartfelt story that GTO is. I can recommend this anime to absolutely everyone, whether you are a fan of psychology, drama, or comedy. It's an incredibly cool experience that will stay with you for years to come. I will hope you will see more pure and sincere anime like GTO. On this beautiful note, I want to end this video. I would ask you to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss new videos.